Hello, you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And what happens on Dear Father Al, what I'll do is I'll take all the information that you send to me, your problems about life, about love, relationships, whatever your problems may be. Please consider sending them to me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, hey Paula. And then again, what I'll do is I'll take all your information, jot it all down, and then reply back the following week with a common sense solution. We tried something new with the new name of the show, Dear Father Al, and just having some slight technical difficulties, thus the, we'll say about 5-10 minutes or so delay. So anywho, you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column, again, broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Dear Father Al. You can contact me 24 hours a day. The Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram handle is Dear Father Al. Again, Dear Father Al is the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram handle. You can contact me 24 hours a day. You can call me, text me if you like. Telephone number is 623-764-8893. Again, 623-764-8893. I was looking at the camera, so if by chance, if the camera is a bit fuzzy to you, my apologies on that. Again, the first time I switched over to this new setup, and for some reason or another, the camera view is a bit fuzzy, so I'm hopeful that it will either correct itself later in the broadcast. Worst case scenario, we'll get it ironed out again for episode number 2. Again, you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Click the like, click the share, click the thumbs up, tell as many people about the broadcast as possible. And if by chance you've been watching the rebroadcast on YouTube, click the subscribe button. So interject your comments if by chance, if you're looking at the broadcast and the display is kind of slightly blurry a bit. I'm looking at the monitor here and it looks a bit blurry, but hey, maybe it's correcting on your end. So let's go ahead and roll forward with the first one. And what I do on each show is I read off the problems that you sent to me about life, liberty, relationships and whatnot. I read those off and then reply back with a common sense solution. If by chance, if you experience something similar to what I'm talking about, please interject your comments in the chat line and I will read those off as well. Again, click the like, click the share, click the thumbs up, tell as many people about the broadcast as possible. And if by chance, if you're watching the rebroadcast on YouTube, click the subscribe button. So this is what I received a couple of days ago. So I received a whole bunch of them leading up to the show for today. So this is what I got. All right, it says, Dear Father Al, my friend has a head injury from a fall and was in the ER. You got my sympathy. How can I learn more about his care status? Signed, Fall Friend. All right, Fall Friend, I will reply back to you in a sec. So if by chance, if you had a friend, a loved one that is not related to you, biological, next of kin kind of thing, relative, and you're just a friend, how did you receive the status of your friend that is in the hospital? Interject your comments in the chat line and I will read those off as well. Again, click the like, click the share, click the thumbs up, tell as many people about the broadcast as possible. And if by chance you've been watching the rebroadcast on YouTube, click the subscribe button. All right, so this is what I have for Fall Friend. All right, Fall Friend, as a non-relative, you're going to have some challenges getting some feedback from the medical team because of HIPAA. That's personal information that cannot be disclosed to non-family members. So they may just do the next of kin or immediate family members. They'll share that information. But individuals that are non-related to the patient, you're going to have some challenges getting that information from them. They may give you some real general information. Well, the person's in, the ER. The person has been moved to, another section of the hospital. So you may get that. Okay, if you by chance encounter someone on the medical staff on that floor that's a little more flexible, you may get some slightly more details of that. Or hey, your friend is doing better, they're improved, some real general stuff, but you're not going to get some real detailed stuff. The best way I can think offhand for you to get some more detailed information is find out, or if the next of kin or the immediate family member of the patient is around, then tap them for information, because you're going to get it, second hand, third hand or so, you're going to get it from the family member. That is basically the only way that I can recall that you're going to be able to get that information. So if the patient has some family that's hanging around and was able to get some information, brother, sister, mother, father kind of thing, ask them, but it's going to be really hard trying to get some information directly from the medical staff. Keep in mind that although you and your friend that's in the hospital may have been really close, you may even have lived with each other, had a relationship with each other for years. However, if you're not related to that person directly, some biological relative, then you're going to encounter some problems. Again, if you may have been living with that person forever, hey, I've known him, or we've lived with each other for 10, 15 years, well, you may experience some problem. If by chance, if you can show proof that you are, the person that has authorization, you're the relative, then you can do so. But again, if you're not related, and if the patient can let the medical staff know, hey, my friend and I have been together for a while, I allow them access to information. They may have to sign some documentation. So that is the other way that I can think. Again, see if the patient can let the medical staff know that you are allowed to get additional information about their status. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty much the family members. So that is what I have for you, fall friend. Again, click the like, click the share, click the thumbs up. Tell as many people about the broadcast as possible. And if by chance, if you're watching the rebroadcast on YouTube, click the subscribe button. Again, our Facebook and Twitter and Instagram handle is Dear Father Al. That's DearFatheral. So Dear Father Al is going to be the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram handle. You can contact me 24 hours a day. The telephone number you can reach me is 623-764-8893. Again, 623-764-8893. You can also send an email to me. The email address is contactfatheral@gmail.com. Again, contactfatheral@gmail.com. Subject line, go ahead and write Dear Father Al. And in the body of the message, give me about 500 words or less. And again, what I'll do is I'll take all your information, jot it all down, and then reply back the following week with a common sense solution. So the next one, it's going to be a short, relatively short one today. So that is what I have for fall friend. So the next one that I have is, I'll go ahead and read it off to you. All right, so the next one is Dear Father Al. I lost my prescription reading glasses en route to a month-long vacation. I only have my prescription sunglasses. That can be a bit challenging, especially in low light. All right, so I'm having trouble reading. Please help. I'll be out of town for about a month. What can I do? Signed, Vision on Vacation. All right, Vision on Vacation. I will reply back to you in a sec. So in the description, actually in the chat line, we've got Paula. I'm sure others will be chiming in later. So thank you, Paula, for tuning in live on our first broadcast. Today is Saturday, August 27th. Episode number 1. Love each and every one of you. Love you, love you, love you. Smooches, smooches, smooches. So this is what I have for Vision on Vacation. All right, Vision on Vacation. What I would recommend is for you to go to, we'll say the best thing I could think, well, one of the things I could think offhand is to go to a place, and they're not paying me to say this, to a place like Target, Walmart, Walgreens, kind of like a drugstore type of establishment. And there they have those magnifier glasses, the 1X, 2X, so it's just kind of reading glasses. They're not going to be detailed, left and right, but it's just going to be 1X magnifiers, 1X, 2X, and so on, for you to be able to read. So go there once you get in town, get reasonably settled, bright daylight, so you can at least see when you're driving to the store. So when you go there, search through, the area and ask for the pharmacist or one of the staff there. They should be able to direct you to where the reader magnifier glasses are. So go there, kind of test those out. That should help you out, especially if you're going to be there for a month or so. So that is one option that you can consider. The other thing that you can consider doing is contacting your eye doctor in your home area. Contact your eye doctor and let them know that you have lost, misplaced your reading glasses. You got your sunglasses, but you need your reading glasses. And see if your eye doctor can fax or email. It's like a PDF attachment kind of thing. And Adobe's not paying me to say that. So like an Adobe attachment or fax to the eyeglass store in the area where you're vacationing, and then just get some real cheap, for what it's worth, get some real cheap frames, and then have those made, especially if they can do them in 24 hours, a couple of days or so or less. Knock that out, get some cheap, frames, and get the prescription in the cheap frames, and you should be good to go for the rest of your vacation. So when you get back, to your home city and whatnot, you should be able to look some more. So maybe you lost it somewhere at home, you lost it in your car, in transport or something. They may turn up somewhere. So that is what I have for you, Vision on Vacation. So if by chance, if you have experienced something similar to that, interject your comments in the chat line and let us know how you were able to remedy that problem. You're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Today is Saturday, August 27th, with Dear Father Al. Speaking of season, is looking pretty dusty outside, but you're here with me, with Dear Father Al, on episode number 1. Just trying to get used to saying the new script, the new language that I need to say with the new show. So we will get that sorted out, and I will get that sorted out. So thank you all who have been with me from the old show that I was on, Confession from the Quarantine, to the new show that we're doing now, Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we got one more. We're going to cut it a bit short today. So again, you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an advice column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So again, I'm looking at the monitor here, and it still looks a little fuzzy on the the monitor on this side here, and it looks a little fuzzy here on the live feed that I'm looking at now. So I don't know what the dealio is on this one, and I'm hopeful that we will get it sorted out next week. All right, so this is what I have for the next one. All right, so we have Dear Father Al. Dear Father Al, my son comes to help. But he is too controlling. All right. So, what can I do? He is helpful but too domineering. I don't want to defend him. But what should I do? Help me, please. Signed, Mother Love. All right, Mother Love, I will reply back to you next week. You've got your son that's coming to help you out, and he's a bit controlling, the whole testosterone kind of thing, just want to take over, kind of stuff. So, hey, you're still mom, but, he's trying to be, the helpful son. So, I will reply back to you next week, Mother Love. So, again, you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an Advice Column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Today is Saturday, August 27th, with Dear Father Al. Love each and every one of you. Click the like, click the share, click the thumbs up. Tell as many people about the broadcast as possible. And if by chance you're watching the rebroadcast on YouTube, click the subscribe button. And we're going to cut it short today. But, hey, it will be longer next week. So you're here with me, Father Al, with Dear Father Al, an Advice Column broadcast every Saturday from 2 o'clock p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until next week, go in peace.